everybody, it's been a while since I posted a video. Hope you're all doing fantastic. A lot has happened in my life recently. My hair has gotten longer. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, I need you guys to tell me, like, is my hair length too long? Is this too 2007? By the way, you guys might wonder, where the hell am I? This isn't my usual location. Well, I have moved into an apartment with my girlfriend. It is, it's interesting right now. I was kind of anxious. Now, I want to talk to you guys about this famous YouTuber that is finally locked away for a very long time. His name is Austin Jones, and he is sentenced to 10 years in prison with an additional 8 years of supervised release. He's actually supposed to be sentenced for a maximum of 11 years and a minimum of 5. Now they gave him the 10, and I'm gonna say the reason why he didn't get 11 was because he followed the home confinement regulations and stuff really well. Like, he couldn't use the internet, and I guess maybe through his whole remorse thing when he was in court. Those are probably the 2 reasons why he didn't get the 11. It's weird, he had like a bunch of charges thrown at him, but he was only able to plead guilty to one of them, which is receiving child pornography. Just some background information on this guy. Like, in about 2015 or so, like, I found him on YouTube somehow, maybe through his vines, I don't know. And I thought, you know, he was pretty good. You know, he had a good voice. His acapellas, it took a lot of time. So as a musician, I could respect that. But then, of course, when the whole twerking thing came out, it's like, oh,
I see you're one of those people, aren't you?
Taking advantage of the people who give you the platform you have, like, no. At the time, I was like, okay, you know, he fucked up. He says he's gonna change, so I give him a chance. Most people give people second chances, so I did. Turns out in 2017, 2 years later, he did even worse things that I don't want to talk about. You guys can look them up yourself. It's pretty easy to find out what he did. Just, there's court documents online you could read, and it's pretty graphic and pretty just disturbing. Like, it's reading that, like, it was a cringe fest. Like, all jokes aside, like, who in the right mind would ask young girls those things and think they're gonna get away with it? It's definitely gonna come back around eventually. Thankfully, it did sooner than later. There's been cases of other celebrities where they haven't been found out for years on end. So there are hardworking musicians out there that are trying so hard to get their name out there, and then there's people like Austin Jones that are kind of taking up that space on, you know, on websites and stuff, and the people that actually mean well don't get the credit that, you know, they deserve. And so the information I'm getting is from Sam Charles's Twitter. Apparently, according to Jones's attorney, in the 2 years Jones has been in therapy, those ideations, which I assume his, you know, bad sexual thoughts, have stopped entirely. And, like, you know, how can you prove that? Like, he said, "I placed a burden on you that you never asked for and never deserved. My actions undervalued you as a human being, and I'm so regretful I made you feel that way. That is not your value as a person. You are worth so much more, and I hope you know that." Here's some more information from Sam's Twitter here. It says, before Jones gave his statement, he asked Judge Lee if he could turn around to look at some of his victims who were in court when he apologized to them. Assistant U.S. Attorney Catherine Welsh conferred with them and told Lee that they wanted Jones to only look at the judge as he spoke. So obviously, I think the victims would not want that eye contact when they're at that age, and when, you know, it's been something so traumatic for them to experience, rightfully so. You know, I wouldn't want to look at someone who did something to me that, you know, I'd be traumatized over, you know. It says that Jones gave a lengthy statement of his own. I want to see the full thing, but here's an excerpt of it. "I placed a burden on you that you never asked for and never deserved. My actions undervalued you as a human being, and I'm so regretful I made you feel that way. That is not your value as a person. You are worth so much more, and I hope you know that." Well, the problem with that was he's only regretful for the victim feeling that way, not for actually, you know, asking for those things. Also, it says Jones has broken down crying at least 4 times. And honestly, that's mostly because he's gonna spend, like, the next years of his life in prison. I mean, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? Originally, he could have been sentenced up to 20 years in prison, but I guess someone figured that it would be really weird if he got sentenced to 14 years in prison, or 15, but either one of those would be incredibly ironic. The one thing that I was concerned about is, why is there no mugshot of Austin? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, there could be after I filmed this video, but as of right now, there isn't one released yet, and I find that very strange. Because I think honestly, like, so many people would, like, be photoshopping Austin's mugshot on shit like they already do with his normal YouTube videos. But yeah, it sucks that, you know, Austin had to do these things. Like, his career was on the line. He had everything going for him. Like, he was in Poland when everything went down, you know? But then, just, I don't know. It sucks that a musician like him has to be a shitty person. Anyway, that about sums this video up. I just want to let you guys know what happened with him, because I think some of you forgot about him. And I'm sorry if you guys wanted to forget about him. But I think that now, with this video, there is some closure. Now, if you guys don't know already, I primarily do guitar covers on YouTube from a lot of pop punk bands and stuff like that. So if you want, check them out. I mean, if you don't like guitar, you probably won't like them, but I don't know. I haven't posted in a while. I just kind of got burned out. Basically, I just wanted to cover the songs that are still somewhat popular, but haven't really been covered on YouTube yet. So that's basically the idea of my channel. So if you like that, you know, subscribe. Hope this video brought some closure for you, and at least we're all safe from him for another 10 years. So see you guys.